Hello students, in last class we already discussed about the application of Ampere circuital law, how to apply Ampere circuital law to find out the magnetic field strength at different position due to a solenoid and a toroid. Okay, today we are going to discuss some more numericals and some more applications regarding the Ampere circuital law. So we already discussed how to find out the magnetic field strength at different position due to a solid infinite long straight current carrying conductor, a hollow infinite long straight current carrying conductor, and why Ampere circuital law is not able to find out the magnetic field strength due to a finite straight current carrying conductor. I already told you the cause. Then we discuss about how to find out the magnetic field strength due to a toroid or a solenoid within and outside of the toroid and solenoid. So now today let us discuss about some more numericals regarding the application of Ampere circuital law. Okay, so as we already discussed, we can apply the Ampere circuital law to find out the magnetic field strength. So let us discuss a example that here is a infinite circular solid current carrying conductor. Okay, this is center O and its radius is R. Okay, and current is passing into the plane. This is a infinite circular current carrying solid conductor which carries current like this into the plane. That means the current carrying conductor is into this plane and extended up to infinite, and the current carries through this. There is as the current density for this solid current carrying conductor is varies as J equal to J naught x or x square. That means with respect to distance from the origin, the current density for this solid current carrying conductor varies with this expression. Then find magnetic field strength B at any point. Let the point of observation be P, where R is less than capital R. Okay, then find the magnetic field strength at any point P at a distance R from O, where R is less than capital R. That means any internal point P. So let here assume that the point of observation is at this place. The point of observation is at this place P, which is at a distance R. So we have to find out the magnetic field strength at point P. So according to the Ampere circuital law, we have to consider an Amperian loop like this. Then we have to apply what? By Ampere circuital law, B at P dot dl vector closed line integral will be equal to mu naught I enclosed. Clear? Here B at P will be at any point if current moving into the plane. Then at any point the direction for B will be tangent like this clockwise, and we are considering let the dl vector is also along same direction. So the angle will be 0 degrees. So it will become B P dl closed integral will be equal to mu naught I enclosed. Now let this be equation 1. Clear? Now we have to find out what is the value of I enclosed within this much Amperian loop. Here the current density for this complete current carrying conductor varies as a function of distance from center O. So at different position or different distance from center O, the current density value will be different. So how to calculate the net magnetic field strength at or the total current enclosed by this Amperian loop? So for this, let me draw this figure once again here. So this is the complete circular current carrying coil which carries current into the plane like this. This is the origin O. So let assume at any distance x, as the current density varies with respect to x, so let at any distance x I am considering a small circular strip of thickness dx. This is a small circular strip at a distance x. The thickness is dx. So what is the current enclosed by this small circular strip? As the circular strip is at a distance x from the center, so what will be the current density for this strip? J equal to J naught into x square. Clear? And the area of this circular strip, if the radius of this circular strip is x and the thickness is dx, so the area will be 2 pi x dx. Clear? This is equal to how much? Di enclosed. This is the current enclosed within this circular strip, as this is the expression for current density at this circular strip, and this is the area of the circular strip. So current enclosed by this dx thick circular strip will be how much? Di enclosed equal to J naught x square 2 pi x dx. 2 pi x dx is the area of this dx thickness of circular strip of radius x, and J naught x square will be the value of current density at a distance x from the center. So this will be the current enclosed by this much thickness circular strip, but we have to calculate the current enclosed by this much area which have a radius how much? Small r. So now for the total current enclosed, it will be how much? Di enclosed integration 0 to I enclosed equal to J naught 2 pi x cube dx. Integration varies from 0 to r. So what is the value of I enclosed? J naught 2 pi and taking common x cube dx integration 0 to r. So this implies I enclosed will be how much? J naught 2 pi x to the power 4 by 4, limit varies from 0 to r. So I enclosed will become 2 pi J naught x r to the power 4 divided by 4, or this implies I enclosed will be J naught pi r to the power 4 by 2. This is the expression for I enclosed. Let will be equation 2. Now using equation 2 in 1, we will get what? Now using this in here, we will get B dot closed integral of dl will be how much over this? Radius is r. It will be 2 pi r equal to mu naught. What is the expression for I enclosed? J naught pi r to the power 4 by 2. So this implies B at P will be mu naught J naught pi r to the power 4 divided by 4 pi r. R cancel, pi cancel, it will be mu naught J naught r cube by 4. This will be the required expression for magnetic field strength at point P, and direction is as tangential. Clear? So this is how we can calculate the magnetic field strength due to an infinite solid current carrying conductor, in which the current density of the current carrying conductor varies with respect to distance. So you can easily now calculate different kinds of numerical based upon this concept if this function will be some different. So just you have to integrate this. In place of j equal to j naught x square, there will be some equation j equal to j naught x or j naught x cube or some functions of x. Then you can easily solve the numericals by just doing what? Integrations. Clear? Now there is another circular solid current carrying conductor. Let me draw the figure. Okay, this is a solid circular current carrying conductor O. The radius is 2r, and at a distance r from the center there is a cavity of radius r. Okay, like this, here is a cavity of radius r. Okay, there is solid infinite long straight current carrying conductor which carries current like this. And there is a cavity within this current carrying conductor of radius r, and the radius of the complete current carrying conductor is 2r. Clear? So it's a infinite solid long straight current carrying conductor, cylindrical current carrying conductor in which current passing into the plane. Clear? And there is a cavity of radius r where the total radius of the current carrying conductor is 2r. Clear? And the current density for this current carrying conductor is J naught. This is given. The current density for this current carrying conductor is J naught. Now there is a point of observation P at a distance. This is O. There is a point of observation P at a distance 7r from center of the current carrying conductor. Now find out what is the net magnetic field strength at point P due to this current carrying conductor. Clear? Here the current carrying conductor has a cavity of radius r. So now we have to find V vector mod, the magnitude of magnetic field strength at P due to the given current carrying conductor. Clear? Find the magnetic field strength at P due to the given current carrying conductor. So as we already know, if there is no cavity, that means the current carrying conductor is completely filled with substances, then the current density is J naught, and we easily can calculate the net magnetic field strength at point P due to this complete current carrying conductor by assuming an Amperian loop. Clear? But here there is a cavity of radius r. Then how we can solve this problem to find out the net magnetic field strength at the point P? So in this case, if there is no cavity, then we can easily calculate the net magnetic field strength at that point P. So just assume that here is a current carrying conductor of radius 2r which carries current into the plane of current density J naught, for which we have to calculate the magnetic field strength at point P. First assume that there is a complete current carrying conductor which have no cavity and of radius 2r and having current density J naught. Clear? For that, find out the net magnetic field strength at point P. Then assume that there is a current carrying conductor of radius r which have current density minus J naught. That means for this the current is flowing in opposite direction like this. If these are going inward, then assume there is a cavity or there is a small current carrying conductor of infinite length of radius r which carries current in this direction opposite to that of and having current density J naught. Okay, opposite direction and having minus J naught current density, or current density is J naught in opposite direction. Then for this we can calculate the net magnetic field strength at point P. Then subtract the magnetic field strength at point P due to this small current carrying conductor from the large current carrying conductor. It will give what? The magnetic field strength at point P due to the given system where there is a cavity of radius r. Understood? So first of all we have to calculate the net magnetic field strength considering the complete current carrying conductor. Then we have to calculate the magnetic field strength at point P due to the small cavity of radius r, assuming as a current carrying conductor but current in opposite direction at point P. Then subtract the magnetic field strength at point P due to the complete current carrying conductor and the current magnetic field strength due to the small or the imaginary current carrying conductor of the size of the cavity. Clear? So first of all we have to find out the magnetic field strength at this point, assuming this is a complete current carrying conductor. Then according to Ampere circuital law, what will the value B at P dot dl vector closed integral will be equal to mu naught I enclosed. This implies B at P, here assuming a circular Amperian loop, the dl vector and r vector will be same, so it will be B closed integral of dl equal to mu naught, what is I enclosed, if this is an Amperian loop like this, it is spread surrounding the coil like this. So the complete current will be like this. If J naught is the current density, what will be the value of I enclosed? J naught into complete area. So it will be J naught pi, what is the radius of complete current carrying conductor? 2r. So it will be 2r square. So this implies BP, the closed line integral of dl, total circumference of the current carrying conductor will be 2 pi into 2r. The complete length equal to, sorry, this is not 2 pi into 2r, this will be 2 pi into the complete size of the what? Amperian loop, which is equal to, from center it will be 7r, so the complete length will be 2 pi into 7r, which is equal to mu naught J naught pi 4r square. So from this we can calculate the magnetic field strength at B at P due to the complete current carrying conductor will be how much? Mu naught J naught pi 4r square divided by 2 pi 7r. This implies B at P will be how much? Pi pi cancel, it will 2 will be cancelled, r cancel, so it will be mu naught J naught 2r by 7. Clear? 2 will be cancelled, r will be cancelled, pi will be cancelled, so mu naught J naught 2r by 7. This will be the net magnetic field strength at point P due to the complete circular current carrying conductor. Let it be equation 1. Now we have to assume a current carrying conductor same as that of the size of cavity but carrying current in opposite direction. So here we can write let it be B at P dash dl closed integral dot equal to mu naught I enclosed. This implies it will be how much? B P dash closed integral of dl vector equal to mu naught I enclosed. What is the I enclosed? The complete size of this cavity will be radius r, so it will be minus J naught pi r square. This implies dp into integration of phi minus dl, or p dash is simply write it bp, b at p due to this segment. So b at p into line integral of dl. What will be dl? Taking this as center, the distance from this to this point P will be how much? If the total distance from O to P is 7r, then from the center of the cavity to the point P, let the center of the cavity be O dash. So from O dash to P it will be how much? 7r minus r, it will be 6r. So it will be 2 pi 6r equal to minus mu naught j naught. Sorry, it will be pi r square. Pi r square. Okay. So this implies B at P due to the cavity sized current carrying conductor will be minus mu naught j naught pi r square divided by 2 pi 6r. Pi cancel, r will be cancelled, so it will become how much? B at P will be minus mu naught j naught r divided by 12. Equation 2. Now subtracting or adding both equation 1 and 2, we will get what? B at P net equal to mu naught 2 r j naught by 7 minus mu naught j naught r by 12, which will be equal to mu naught j naught r into 2 by 7 minus 1 by 12, which will be mu naught j naught r into this will be 7 12. 12 7 will be 72, sorry 84. It will be 12 into 2, 24 minus 7. Okay, so this will become mu naught j naught r divided by 84 into this will be 24 minus 7 will be 24 minus 7 will be 17. So BP at net equal to how much? 17 mu naught j naught r by 84. Clear? So this is how we can find out the net magnetic field strength at point P. Okay. So now let us do a next numerical of same type. There is a current carrying conductor. Let's assume that like this. Okay, this is the center O and its radius is 2r. Clear? And there is another cavity of same at center O dash of radius r. Okay, this is the cavity within the current carrying conductor of radius r, and now we have to find out the net magnetic field strength. This is radius r of the cavity and current goes like this into the plane of the infinite long straight conductor, and for this case the point of observation is at a point here at a distance r by 2 from the center of the circular current carrying conductor O. Clear? So now we have to find out the net magnetic field strength at this point P, which is at a distance r by 2 sorry, from the center O, and it have a cavity of radius r. Similarly, how we have to calculate? So as I already told you, for these type of questions we have to first assume that there is no cavity, the complete current carrying conductor is present. So for that we have to find out the magnetic field strength at the given point of observation. Then we have to assume there is another current carrying conductor in place of the cavity, which carries current in opposite direction that of the given current carrying conductor. Then we have to add the net magnetic field strength due to these two cases, which will give us what? The net magnetic field strength at that point due to this system. Clear? So according to this condition, first we have to calculate B at P due to complete current carrying conductor. So B at P dot dl vector closed line integral will be mu naught I enclosed. So for this, the complete current carrying conductor, here given the current density is J naught. Okay, so we have to assume an Amperian loop like this. Okay, we have to assume an Amperian loop like this. So what will be the value of I enclosed here? B, P have same direction, so it will be B dl closed integral will be mu naught I enclosed will be current density J naught into area of the Amperian loop. What will be the Amperian loop? Pi, and radius will be r by 2 from center O. So it will be pi r by 2 square. Clear? As this point of observation is within the current carrying conductor, for the large current carrying conductor, that's why current density will be how much? J naught into pi r by 2 square, because this distance is r by 2, so it will be J naught into pi r by 2 square. So this implies you can write B at P closed integral of dl equal to mu naught J naught pi r square by 4. This implies B at P closed integral of dl. For this, what is the complete length of the Amperian loop? The radius will be how much? R by 2. So it will be 2 pi into R by 2 equal to mu naught J naught pi R square by 4. So this will become B at P will be mu naught J naught pi R square by 4. This 2 will be cancelled into pi R. So this implies B at P will become how much? Pi cancel, R cancel, mu naught J naught R, mu naught J naught R by 4. Let it be equation 1. Now we have to find out the magnetic field strength due to the current carrying conductor in place of the cavity, which carries current in opposite direction. That means like this, and the current density is same as that of J. So it will become how much? Minus J naught. So for this we have to calculate the distance from this will be this much is R, this much will be R by 2, so total will be 3R by 2. So now for the cavity sized current carrying conductor, what will be the net magnetic field strength at point P? It will be B at P dot dl vector closed integral will be mu naught I enclosed. So this implies it will be how much? Same again, BP and DL are in same direction, so it will be closed integral mu naught I enclosed. What is the value of I enclosed? As this is an external point due to this current carrying conductor, so the complete current passing through this current carrying conductor will be the value of I enclosed, because for this here, if I am considering a circular loop, it will be like this. Clear? So I enclosed will be minus J naught into pi R square, because the current density is minus J naught and total area will be how much of this current carrying circular loop? Pi R square. So this implies B at P closed integral of dl. For this, the complete length of the Amperian loop will be how much? The radius of the Amperian loop will be R plus R by 2, that is 3R by 2. So it will be 2 pi into 3R by 2 equal to mu naught minus mu naught J naught pi R square. So this implies B at P due to the cavity sized Amperian, due to the cavity sized current carrying conductor will be minus mu naught J naught pi R square divided by 3 pi R. These 2 will cancel. So this will become how much? R pi will cancel. B at P will be minus mu naught J naught R by 3. Equation 2. Now by adding equation 1 and 2, we will get the net magnetic field strength at point P due to this given system. So it will be how much? B net at P will be mu naught J naught R by 4 minus mu naught J naught R by 3. So it will be mu naught J naught R, the 1 by 4 minus 1 by 3. So D at P net will be mu naught J naught R into 4 to 12. This will be 3 minus 4. So it will be minus mu naught J naught R by 12, or the B net direction will be in opposite direction. Clear? So the net magnetic field strength you can calculate according this. Okay. Okay, so now in this case there is a current carrying circular infinite conductor O of radius 2r, and there is another cavity of radius r. Okay, now in this case the point of observation is within the cavity P. Clear? Here is the center O dash. Okay, this point of observation is within the cavity, and this is at a distance r1 from O, which makes an angle theta 1, and at a distance r2 from O dash, which makes an angle theta 2, and this length is L, the separation between two centers of the cavity and the current carrying conductor. Again, current in the conductor goes like this into the surface and have current density J naught. Now find out net magnetic field strength at point P, which is within the cavity. In first case we calculate the net magnetic field strength at an external point of the system, then we find out the net magnetic field strength at a point which is within the current carrying conductor but outside the cavity, and now we have to calculate the net magnetic field strength at a point which is within the conductor and also within the cavity. Clear? So now how we can calculate net magnetic field strength at the point P? So now let us draw two current carrying conductors separately. This is the larger current carrying conductor O, carrying current like this, and due to this the point is at this point within the current carrying conductor P. This is R1, this angle is theta 1. So what is the value of the current magnetic field strength at this point P? Let it be B1. B1 by how much? By right hand palm rule. This is the position vector, this is the magnetic field direction. So if current, this is the current, will be inward, this is the position vector, so the magnetic field will be perpendicular to the palm. So here the magnetic field direction will be like this, perpendicular to R1. Okay, if this is theta 1, this is 90 degree, this will be 90 minus theta, and this will be theta 1 again. Similarly for the cavity, current goes in opposite direction. This is the O, and here is the point of observation P at a distance R2, and this angle is theta 2. So according to right hand palm rule, current comes upward, this is the position vector, so at this point the magnetic field strength direction will be along this direction. So as this is theta 2, this is 90 degree, so again this will be how much? Theta 2. So the net magnetic field strength at point P will be how much? Along this direction it will be B2, along this direction it will be B1, and this angle is theta 2, this angle is theta 1. Clear? And the complete length from this center to this center will be L. or just like this is not L, this is the net magnetic field strength. And if I draw this diagram, this is point of observation P, here is O, here is O dash, this is the center, this will be like this angle is theta 1, this angle is theta 2, this is the perpendicular, and this length is L. Okay, so the net magnetic field strength at point P will be how much? B1 will be like this angle is theta 1, and B2 will be along this direction. So now split the vector B2 and B1 into two rectangular components. The horizontal and vertical components will be like this. B2 having horizontal component B2 sin theta 2, and B1 having horizontal component B1 sin theta 1, and both have vertical component B2 cos theta 2 and B1 cos theta 1. So net magnetic field strength at P horizontal, B at P horizontal direction will be how much? B1 sin theta 1 minus B2 sin theta 2. Okay, so what is the value of B1 at point P? As point P is an inner point within the current carrying conductor, so value of B1 will be how much? By assuming an Amperian loop at this point, what will be the value of B1? B1 dl closed integral will be mu naught I enclosed. What is I enclosed? J naught into pi r1 square. This implies B1 into dl will be 2 pi r1 equal to mu naught J naught pi r1 square. So B1 will be how much? Mu naught J naught r1 by 2. Similarly, for the current carrying conductor of radius r, or the cavity sized current carrying conductor, again the point of observation will be within it. Again B2 will be how much? Similarly by B1, B2 will become how much? Mu naught J naught R2 by 2. If we proceeding like this, as B2 is inside the current carrying conductor, the distance is R2, so this will be mu naught J naught R2 by 2. So now using B1 and B2 at this point, we will get what? Mu naught J naught R1 by 2 theta 1 minus mu naught J naught R2 by 2 theta 2. This implies mu naught J naught by 2 taking common, it will become sin theta 1, R1 sin theta 1 minus R2 sin theta 2, R1 sin theta 1 minus R2 sin theta 2. So from this triangle, this is R1, this is R2. R1 sin theta 1 will be how much? Sin theta 1 equal to P by H. So PL by H will be R1 sin theta 1 will be PL. Similarly, R2 sin theta 2 will be this much length. So R1 sin theta 1 and R2 sin theta 2 both are equal like this H height. So this becomes 0. Clear? In the triangle PO, let this will be M. POM triangle. R1 sin theta 1 will be the height PM. Similarly, in the triangle PMO dash, R2 sin theta 2 is also PM. That's why R1 sin theta 1 minus R2 sin theta 2 will become 0. So the net horizontal component will become 0 at the point P due to the complete system. So the net magnetic field strength will be due to the vertical component. So what is the vertical component? B2 cos theta 2 plus B1 cos theta 1. So now calculating net magnetic field strength at point P will be B1 cos theta 1 plus B2 cos theta 2 This implies V1 will be how much? Mu naught J naught R1 by 2 cos theta 1 plus V2 will be mu naught J naught R2 by 2 cos theta 2, taking common mu naught J naught by 2, it will become R1 cos theta 1 plus R2 cos theta 2. Again in the same triangle, this is O dash, the length is L, this is perpendicular bisector, this will be theta 1, this is theta 2, this is R1 and this will be R2. So what is R1 cos theta 1? Cos theta 1 equal to B by H, this is point P, let the base is M, so B by H, OM by R1, so cos theta 1 will be OM and cos theta 2 R2 will be MO dash. So R1 cos theta 1 plus R2 cos theta 2 added up to give us what? The complete length from O dash. So this implies B at P vertical will be mu naught J naught by 2 into L. L is what? The separation between two center of the current carrying conductor and the tuft cavity. Clear? So when a point of observation is inside the cavity, the magnetic field strength is uniform, because here mu naught is constant, J naught is constant, L, that is the separation between the center of the cavity and center of the current carrying conductor, is also constant. So within the cavity we have a magnetic field which is uniform in nature. You have to, if you want, then you can remember this. Within the current carrying conductor, if there is a cavity, then inside the cavity, that means the cavity is at one end. Okay, the cavity is at one end, close to one end. If the cavity is at one end, then we have the net magnetic field strength inside the cavity is uniform. Clear? Okay.